Hello. Hi. We just finished a quick gym session. Well, it wasn't quick at all. We're doing the next session. You can see it after on YouTube. It's going to be fun. Um, we are here with our lovely guest, who is
Lara Storey.
Lara Storey. So, Lara, basically, the idea of today is to introduce a people who are extraordinary from another island, people who have no, what would you be called, no notification from people. It's unknown, especially the sport you're
Yes.
doing, which we're gonna come into. So what I try to do, what's the whole idea of this channel, is just to introduce people like yourself and show you to the whole entire world and YouTube, Instagram, and social media community. So let's start. So your name is Lara,
It
right?
is.
I have to ask the question as the child of what do you call it, 90s. Why Lara? Is your parents like
So,
super fans of Tomb Raider and Lara Croft, or what's going on there?
so partly, but my dad really liked the 1965 film Dr. Zhivago. So there was a character in that called Lara by Julia Christie, and it was one of his favorite films. And then obviously as we grew up, we always played Tomb Raider, so it was a combination of the two. And my two middle names are Serena and Leonie. And Serena, my dad had friends in the Netherlands, and then so that's where he got Serena from. And then Leonie was the name of their daughter. So
That's lovely.
the Lara Serena Leonie story is the four.
Serena. It's not like that tennis player who.
Serena Williams.
Serena Williams, that's the one.
Yeah.
My memory is super bad. So you said your dad picked your name.
He did.
So, if you don't mind me asking, like, do you have any siblings?
I have two older sisters.
So you're the youngest.
I
You're
am the youngest. I am the youngest of three. Get away with everything. It's great.
So, are your sisters at the gym? Are they doing anything?
My eldest sister was always very academic, so she didn't really get into sports too
Smart
much.
pants.
But my other older sister Danielle, she used to play for Ulster Rugby, so I would always have went and done a wee bit of training rugby wise, and then both of us play golf as well. So then she plays off 7 at the minute, and I play off 6, and then I got a scholarship at Ulster University, so I would do a combination of Strongwoman, like weightlifting, and then golf as well for the uni.
Just 1 second. Can my manager find out what the hell is 6 and 7 in golf? Because I have absolutely no clue.
Handicap wise, so it's what you play off. So
Handicap,
the lower you
like,
are, better.
You just start using the wrong words towards me, like handicap. So was that people with disabilities?
No, it's what you play off. So what you are in relation to the course, basically.
And still, I'm in woods. Right. So your sister was playing for Ulster Rugby team.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. Right. So you said your dad. Is your dad doing any gym stuff?
No, he has 2 black belts in jiu-jitsu, so he used to train all the time. So that's where I really got into it. I said to him, sort of, I was 15, 16, I was like, I want to do weights, and he's like, you have to wait till you're 18, and then that's how I really got into it. And yeah, he's really inspires me to keep going and pushes me really hard.
2 black belts in jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a white belt. Yay! Don't tell him that. So, tell me a little bit more about yourself, about your childhood, if you don't mind.
So, I come from a single parent family. So, my parents split up when we were all really young. So, I was 20 months. Danielle was 4, Stephanie was 9.
Just in case, if you don't know, 20 months, it's just over 1 year old.
And basically, when we were 16, we had a choice if we wanted to see our mum or not. And me and Danielle chose not to. For that reason, like, me and my dad are extremely close. You know, he's really taught me a lot that, you know, when the going gets tough, you know, just keep fighting, keep your head up, and he would do anything he could for us. And I feel like as you get older, your perspectives change. You know, when you're younger and you maybe don't understand things, it's like as you get older, you really appreciate what he does for you, and you know how strong he was when times were tough. And I genuinely couldn't thank him enough for everything. He's just pushed me to be the best that I can, and every single thing that I do, he's so happy for me. And every time I achieve something, just seeing the smile on his face just means everything to me.
Oh, that's inspirational. Well, my personal opinion, I don't think the fathers have enough gratitude, especially in society.
100%,
but
100%.
That's phenomenal. Like single father raising child, and Well, I know a wee bit about Laura. So, Lara, my God, I'm sorry, my name's are really bad.
Close enough.
Close enough. I'm Polish, by the way. But we're gonna come back to it. There's few things that intrigue me about you, and there's few things I want to talk about with you as well.
Okay.
But let's stick to the kind of schedule I have here. Because what I'm really interested in, especially here in Other Island, I find out certain people from certain parts of the country are stronger than other people from different parts. So where were you growing up?
So I grew up in a wee village.
There you go, farmers.
Called Ballygowan.
So it's like middle of nowhere where basically they just grab the cars, turn them back, and just drove back.
Yeah. Yeah.
One way in, one way out.
Brilliant fields everywhere, and it's just lovely to have the peace and the quiet. And I definitely don't think I'll ever be a city girl. Like,
no. I don't like cities myself. But I was going to say, so if you growing up in a wee countryside, we can call it, what would you do as a child? Like, obviously, like flipping the cows outside down, I don't know, milking cows at 5 o'clock in the morning, throwing the hay bales around the place. But what was your favorite thing to do? And Ballygowan, I just love it. One shop.
My favorite, believe it or not, before I actually done weightlifting, I was a runner. So I used to just run out round the hills, like 3 miles, 5 miles.
You just stole apples from your neighbor and bolted.
I did. 3 reps to steal your neighbor's mango, and then you're sweet to go.
No, that's perfect. Well, that's phenomenal. Like growing up in a wee countryside, Ballygowan. Just in case Ballygowan, for where are we now? It's easy. 20 minutes drive?
20, 25 minutes.
20, 25 minutes. It's kind of far away. And there's nothing around Ballygowan at all. Would you go? There's a few wee villages, but there's no sports centers. There's no proper gyms. Sorry. There's no like strongman gyms.
No.
We can cut it out. I didn't say strongman, by the way. That was my Ponglish kicking in. Sorry. So now where are we going? I want to ask you about your sport journey. All right. So we know we got lots of different aspects of fitness. Well, let's call it fitness industry, like bodybuilding, strongman. How would you call the guys who never do legs wearing shorts and posing? The upper body guys. I don't think it's a bodybuilding. Can't remember what you call that. But there's like CrossFit. There's powerlifting, tons of it. So what will be your like main focus?
Definitely Strongwoman. But I feel like the best piece of advice I could give to someone is just try everything. Find what works for you. You know, that's what I'm really passionate about. You know, people look at what I do and think, you know, I could never do that. And I was like, there's always something out there for everybody. So just try it and don't ever beat yourself up. Don't ever say that you can't do something, because you can. So I really hope that by showing people the progression and the things that you can achieve, it will inspire people to actually just go for it, you know.
So you said Strongwoman.
Yes.
I would say that's very, very specific branch of fitness industry.
Yep.
I need to stop saying industry. But it's a very, very specific branch, especially for a woman.
Yes.
I'm originated from strongman, especially around the gym. So I start as a strongman years and years ago, whenever they built the first pyramids. But it's not a very popular sport. Eddie Hall, Tom Holland, bring it a wee bit to the, bring it out a wee bit to like media.
Yeah.
Like we know Eddie Hall, it's famous on all entire world, but Northern Ireland,
not so much.
I would say if we go on the street now, I ask, name me like 3-4 strongmen from Northern Ireland who achieved something. People will say, what's the strongman? So that's really unusual sport, especially for a young lady like yourself.
Yeah.
So why strongwoman? Why such a harsh sport? Let's put it this way, because injuries, amount of weight we have to shift, that's a lot of dedication.
I think it's just the belief that it gives you. You know, I mean, I've only been training 8 months. You know, 8 months ago, I hadn't lifted anything, and I came here, and then I slowly started to see the weights progress up quite quickly, and I was approached by Phil Morgan, and he said to me, "You look really strong. Would you be interested in doing Strongwoman?" So I thought, absolutely. So I just gave it a go and never looked back. But I think it's, seeing how you push your body and what your body gives you as a result of that is unmatched. To look at what you looked like 8 months ago, to see the progression, to see the weights, and you were saying about there's not that many women, and I feel like I want people to watch me, and I want to inspire other women. Like, weights aren't just for men. Strong weights aren't just for men. Everybody can do it, and I feel like
No,
whenever
I wouldn't go that far. No,
no,
not everybody can do it.
not everybody can do
People
it.
don't have willpower.
The power.
That's the problem. People don't have willpower, especially those days. So seeing 21-year-old who's shifting 150 kilo deadlift like it's nothing, that's something inspirational. Inspirational. I need dictionary.
That's the best. But like, I think maybe playing golf to such a high level, it is a mentality game, and I feel like that's what I'm really good at. I mean, I always push myself to the brink, but it's if you've got the will, you've got the way. And I feel like with weightlifting, you can channel all of your emotions or whatever you're feeling into the weight, and then
endorphins,
the
straight after the
endorphins
training.
are unbelievable. Yeah.
You're sweating buckets. You're feeling like you're like. By the way, you don't legs today, so that's why I'm trying to stretch a wee bit. She's a beast. No, but even now, my legs are absolutely bungled, and I'm happy as Larry, whoever Larry is. But honestly, it's amazing how you feel after a good session.
Brilliant. It's brilliant. And that's the thing. I mean, whenever you do your weights, nobody can ever take away from you. You can stand there and say that was hard work and dedication, but you done that.
There's nobody else there. There's no team.
No, that's what I say to people all the time. It's very easy to sort of compare yourself to people or say, "Oh, I wish I was lifting what they're lifting." But at the end of the day, you need to remember it's you versus you. You can only lift what you can lift, and it's about driving yourself to be the best that you can be. So it's focusing on what you want your goals to be and what you want to achieve.
See, what you said, well, we both said it's strong woman, strong man.
Yeah.
It's a unit sport.
It is.
You're just yourself. Nobody else doing it for you.
Yeah.
And from my own experience from competing years ago, I never met in any sport, which is not a team sport, that amount of people packed in one changing room are so fucking supportive to watch each other.
100%.
Even I compete against you. Oh, I forgot my straps. There you go, grab mine. Don't you worry. Sort it out.
Yeah.
I had a belt from one of the friends of mine who compete against me. So it's a close group of friends.
It is a very tight-knit community, absolutely. I mean, that's what I found. I moved from Cumber Leisure Centre and I was really nervous. I was like, I haven't really lifted many weights before, and the moment I came in, everyone was really supportive. Try this, try that. People would be watching my form, giving me little tips, and everybody comes in, does their own thing. But it's really, really hard to find people who are genuinely excited to see you do well. And it's like, I feel like here, it's like everybody gets behind everyone. Whether you're a bodybuilder, you're a strong woman, you're simply here just to work on your own physique. Everyone's behind you, and it's such a lovely feeling, and it really pushes you to keep going.
So who was the person? Like, I don't know, there was like one morning Ballygown after flipping the cows aside, like, I turned TV on, so like, oh, look at the guy, or look at that girl, I want to be like her or him. Who was that person that said like, oh, I want to do that? Like, what's happened?
Honestly, there never really was a person. I always remember saying to my dad, there was a way that I wanted to look in my head. Like, I've always loved sport. Like I said, I transitioned from a sprinter. So I would have done like a lot of athletics and golf, obviously. And then I sort of said to my dad as I got older, I was like, I'd really love to go into weights. And especially seeing all the videos that he used to have, and he was so into it. And I said I really want to try, and he would give me wee tips and tricks. And it's like every time I go home, when I get a PB, like I text him like, oh, I got a PB, and
it's personal best.
And just seeing how proud he is, and how enthused he is to see me go into something that obviously he loved as well. And so yeah, it was really my dad. Really, he pushed me into it, and he said, don't ever beat yourself up. Like, trust the process. And I've never looked back since.
So your dad will be your role model.
100%.
That's phenomenal. That's amazing. I wish to be a role model for my own kids, but let's come back to you. Let's come back to studio. What's your achievements? Like, shows what way to put it? For different people, achievement will mean different thing. somebody says, "Oh, I won Mr. Olympia. That's my biggest achievement." But same guy, sorry, different guy who also won Mr. Olympia would say, "Oh, my biggest achievement would be raise my 5 kids." So,
Yeah.
what would be your biggest achievement in sport?
I think my biggest achievement is probably just building myself. Like I feel like months ago, I was an entirely different person. I was very shy. I would always be very harsh on myself. I'd always maybe say, "Oh, can I do that or can I not?" And I feel like going into Strongwoman has really like brought me out of my shell. It's made me feel really strong.
Oh,
It's
did.
made me feel really, really confident, and I really want to help other people that are in a similar position to me to,
And
go
you're
for their
very
goals.
confident. Like
Yeah,
you're very confident
yeah,
sitting here
yeah,
doing that.
yeah.
Let's take a lot of, I'm going to say balls, but I don't think that's appropriate. Take a lot of courage. Put it this way. Now, we're talking about achievements. Now, everybody asking,
Yeah.
so what's your bench? Like, what's your favorite lift?
My favorite lift is probably the squat or the bench, and a very close second or third would have to be the log.
I helped you with squat the other day,
Yes.
and that's just a piece of piss.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
squat that, by the way. I'm kind of feeling shitty about that, so I have to just up my game a wee bit. But so, what is it? What was it? 120 or 130?
120.
And it was an easy
for a
squat.
double.
So, what's your bench?
My bench is 60 kilo.
60 kilo.
Yeah.
That's really good.
So
I started from like 55, and I struggled with that.
I mean,
That's good for years
whenever
back.
I came in 8 months ago, I remember I couldn't even lift the tiny log. So I even struggled to lift the barbell on its own.
Tiny log is 37 and a half, I think.
Yeah.
We can show it after it's up there. Then we have another log, which is hidden. That's 57 and a half.
It is.
And this bad boy is 80 kilo. Hi.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. No, 100%. I'm sure you're gonna do it. Like if you pressing 60 kilo now.
Yeah.
So what's your log max?
48 kilo.
48 kilo.
Yeah.
Only a wee bit more. Now, see from all the Strongwoman events,
yeah.
Which one would be your favorite?
Which one would be my? I do like farmer's walk. I like anything to do with grip.
Of course, because you're from Ballygown.
And I like deadlifts. I like anything I like compound movements.
Sorry.
That was a really good joke.
Because you're from Ballygown.
Oh.
Farmer's walk, that's my least favorite. Or dog walk.
I think I like having that mental challenge, because as much as it is grip strength, it's about what's in your head. So it's like, how far can you push your own body, like past the pain, past the brink, and then. So I always feel like that's what determines, you from a different athlete. It's like how much stronger mentally are you to them.
Yeah. So we can train our heads off at the gym.
Yeah.
Whenever coming up to the day, I remember my first show. We traveled to the past. My first show, I never deadlifted 200 kilo ever. Before the first show, on a show for the deadlift for reps was 200 kilo, and I remember I done 6 reps of it. I come back to the changing rooms. My hands were shaking, and look, my palms and just all the calluses were ripped off. I was like, ooh. Thanks God, that's the last exercise. But I think the phenomenon of people around you, and you hear the guys compete against you, and they say, "Oh!" keep shouting at you. That's give you the boost.
Oh, absolutely.
That's mentally helping you. Like honestly, you can ask anybody who was training with me. Never ever lift 200 kilo in my life, and then hammer it. So, did you done any Strongwoman shows yet?
No, I've only been training 8 months, so I'm hoping to go and start training next year.
I think it would be few Strongwoman shows this year. Hopefully, gonna see you there. Now, tell me that. Sorry, I have to go into my check sheet. So now the question actually was considered not asking, but you're 21.
I am. Yes.
I think every single place in the world, 21-year-old, what we do is get off their faces with either drugs, alcohol, get pregnant with 6 kids by age of 22, all depends. How are you dealing with it? Like you're 21. You're 21, and what would you mostly do? You're at the gym every day because I see you here every day.
Yeah. I think it's just my background. You learn to mature a lot faster than some other people, but I feel like the background that I came from teaches you in life what your perspectives are. So for me, it's just being the best that I can be, and training's a huge release for me, and
So that's your unwind.
it is,
Unwind.
it is definitely. Um, partying and stuff. It's never really been for me. It doesn't really do anything for you, and I feel like you need to channel that energy into something that's actually going to benefit your body, benefit your life, and yeah.
So you just go to the gym instead of drinking?
It's literally just study and gym and career.
Study?
Yeah.
Study. That sounds Scottish then. So what are you studying if we go into that, Ali?
So I graduated my law degree in the summer.
Boom! That's the dot above the I.
And I'm sitting my institute exam in December to become a fully qualified solicitor. So I'll be a paralegal here for a couple of months, build up some experience, work in the law practice, basically helping people who can't financially afford representation in any other way. And then after I qualify, I'll be able to go in full time. So it's juggling the two very different lifestyles. You'll see someone in their dress, in their heels and their jackets and their coats.
It's like 3 already.
3 what?
3 different lifestyles. So
it is, yeah.
If we go that way, so you have to dress as a solicitor,
yeah,
suit up. Then you go as a strong woman, cover in chalk,
sweat
grease,
everywhere,
sweat,
100%.
propping fart. Oh, sorry. And the third one?
It's just like outside. I love street style. I love.
No. Come on. The third one will be the most funny one, like a white stupid shoes with the wee spiky bits on it, right? And the shirts that nobody wanna wear to play golf.
And to play golf. Very, very different lifestyles. I think that's why I look at things so different. I've always been around people who are a lot older who, change your perspectives, like I said, on life, and you really start to focus on your career and what you actually want out of life. And I feel like once you start focusing on you and build you as a person, that's whenever you can actually start to feel your best and do your best. But I feel like you need to surround yourself with people who want to push you forward, who genuinely want the best for you.
Okay, it's gonna sound weird, but I'm gonna try to brought a Polish saying. It's what we say in Poland as who you surround yourself with, that's who you become.
Yes, absolutely.
I strongly believe that because as a person who come down from working 24 hours, well, working a lot, never been at the gym. Since I met the people from the gym who are dedicated to go to the gym every day, it's changed my life as well. And you're doing so many things, juggling between your job career, your future basically as a solicitor, which what you're passionate about, a gym lifestyle, doing the Strongwoman, which take a lot of time and dedication. Excuse me, weird juice. I'm playing golf, which take no time whatsoever, just 5 times a day maybe. That's a lot for a 21-year-old, but
it is.
It's inspirational.
It is.
You doing that? It's something I would like my kids to look up for. Like I would like my kids to see you as a person and says like, I want to be like that.
Yeah.
Instead of turn the MTV, that's an old music channel. Turn MTV and say like, oh look, she's shaking her bum. No, like you represent a lot of personality. You represent everything what's brilliant in human, which I can only say thank you. And for the right, I ask you to do it, so everybody gonna be asked to do the same thing. What's your best daddy joke?
Why do cows wear bells?
I'm scared. Why?
Because their horns don't work.
Ow. Right. Thank you very much, Helen.
Thank you.
It was absolutely a pleasure. And I'm gonna try to put as soon as possible the video of our training. And if you want to see more Lara, just give us a shout send us a wee personal message, DM, whatever. I don't know, my manager deal with all of that stuff. And see you next time.